Thinking and thoughts, the importance of our uh, inner dialogue. This is something very timely for us to have open discussions because when we have a clarity about information warfare, spiritual warfare, thoughts and thinking and the personal dialogue and dialogue amongst other humans, it is a vital part, especially when we know that our education system is set up by this individual who thinks that we do not need to have a nation or population of thinkers, but we need to have a, a population of workers. We all understood what is the workforce is all about and how it's contributing to our um, um, slow ailing societies because of our dissatisfaction, because of our thoughts, and our thoughts are things, and things become physical, and physical break down. So this is our understanding about our thinking and our thoughts. So the information warfare go to this extreme length to shape our thinking patterns, our dialogue, to control it, to manipulate it, to deceive and gaslight. This is the common sense observation. Now, our physical body, we have immune system that fights off anything, and it's got a very active communication with the internal organs, and how it's trying to protect you the through the fevers, or slow down digestive systems, or whatever the case may be. The immune system is our defense system to protect our mind, body, spirit vessel. Similarly, our thinking, our thoughts, our dialogue is like the communication between human species. It's the so much more. It's a immune system for the collective consciousness. Thoughts are happening in a lightning speed, if not faster. We can think about the past, we can think about the problems, we can think about the happy events, we can think about the chores that need to be done, we can have imaginary imagination into the future. It is unlimited open space, our thinking patterns. So it seems like with the spiritual warfare, information warfare, the external control grid have gone to such a length to control, to manipulate, to gaslight, to sabotage you by controlling information, controlling our dialogue, controlling our understanding, controlling our comfort regarding the expressions of our thoughts. So this is a really a perfect time for us to start thinking the thoughts and thinking instead of in the school system stopping thinking and promoting work need to take a back seat because if we're speaking about problems, we need to have solutions. We can't just indefinitely have the uh, round table discussions about problems without having any solutions. Now, thinking and thoughts are like this. If you are to resolve problems, you need to be able to identify what is the problem. You have to have ability and confidence and comfort and understanding and awareness and clarity about the problem. So the thinking is very individualistic. Thinking is mysterious. Thinking is our internal dialogue. This is how we process information. Everything happens because we felt, we thought, we feel, uh, we had a internal dialogue before we bring it forward. So when it comes to thinking and thoughts, we need to be comfortable to have a dialogue with this collective consciousness immune system, because our ability to think and thoughts, it's a very, very important start. What happens if in a school we decided, I am a kind of principal that's going to allow you to have thinking week, thinking month. You sit there and think about your problems, think about what makes you happy, think about the areas where you want to improve. So it's all about thinking and thoughts. This is how we navigate new timeline, new frequencies, and because we want to resolve the existing problems, and we want to promote inherently what is it like to be a human, and the vital part of our humanness is our ability to think, process information, and navigate life, because we have a clarity about our thoughts and our thinking. Now, somebody can say that, what do you mean you're talking about in school? We have a whole month for thinking. Yes, of course. Why wouldn't we uh, dedicate some time for thinking? Everything in our social structure becomes problems because we are not thinking. We are not have a familiarity about our thoughts, our thinking, why we do things the way we are, how we can identify somebody else's challenge, because all the problems begin because we are not thinking. We don't have a clarity about thoughts. This is why people are so easily going into somebody else's house and rob them blind, abuse them, because we weren't thinking. We aren't thinking about what what's the link. Why do I have to hurt someone? um, because I feel like, because I'm angry, because I'm lacking something, because I like control, because I want to manipulate. Therefore, I am going to act without thinking, because we aren't paying attention to consequences. We hear occasionally people like doctors, they attack the wife, or somebody like put them in a suitcase, because we weren't thinking. You have all the education, you have all the wisdom, you have all the authority, you have all the power, but you weren't thinking. You were not able to assess why would you want to do this and destroy your family, destroy your job, so you're going to be in some kind of a jail cell, because you weren't thinking before you act. This is the consequences of not prioritizing all the elements of being a human being. What does it mean to be a human being? How do we navigate this, especially low vibrational emotional factors, anger, guilt, resentment, envy, uh, jealousy? All of these things happen because our inability to think thoughts and see things from another person's perspective. In the end of the day, we are all human beings. We are all going through challenging circumstances, different life experiences, and we aren't thinking how we are throwing garbage out in the street. We aren't thinking how it's going to affect a person who have to clean. Just because you have someone designated for these jobs doesn't mean we can be courteous. We can be kinder, gentler, more understanding human beings. If you have children at home, if they are not capable of thinking how their behaviors, how their what is their life is like without having any thoughts, selfish thing, um, selfishness happens also, our inability to have a compassion because it's all about me. We don't care this what's the we don't care what's going to happen to another person because we act out. One of the things in healing journey is our ability to think our action, how it's going to affect another human being or animal or even our environment. So these are very clear evidence that we need to have a dialogue about our thoughts, our thinking, and our dialogue, our internal dialogue, and how is connected to our unity or collective consciousness and our ability to resolve problems, because we are thinking now, we have thoughts, and we have we can differentiate things through thoughts, through thinking, uh, because most of our human beings, we have a similar needs. We like love, we like compassion, we like comfort, we like to be loved, or we love to care, we like love, creativity. These things we want to showcase all the parts of ourselves that's healed or working on things. Creativity comes because we have these thinking. We are able to create, whether it's cooking experiences, sewing, art, baking, all kinds of creative factors there too. So we can have every time when you heal your heart chakra or your throat chakra, we know that when you heal these parts of ourselves, everything come out of you is carrying that frequency of healed position. This is how human ecosystem moves forward. Now, one thing that I really want to talk about in our spiritual community, especially after last few years, all these people out there spiritually, or the conspiracy theorists, people who understood what's happening out there. Now I read some of these comments, how the people or the audience arguing about things, saying, well, that's not correct. The other person said this, but this is my information, I delivered it. So all the credit should go to me. We're having these quarrels and bickering back and forth with each other. Now, what we have to really remember, the whole experience, the central casting is all about for you to wake up. It's for you to recognize what's really happening around us in our external world, how we have been manipulated, how we've been gaslit, how we are being lied to in every sector of our external world. But it seems like the population are expecting for have the perfect information delivery in a silver platter, because after all of these chaos, all of these examples, all of these experiences we have gone through, we're still failing to take this information and turn it inside. Healing is not a drive through something, because we are so accustomed to, in our external world, we want a quick fix, we want to drive through. We don't have patience for anything at all. We want it now, we want it yesterday, it has to be done. We don't know how it come forward. We don't know that the journey it's been there. We don't know the struggles of people. What is it like to have a perfect system? uh, we have no awareness because we aren't thinking, once again, because we are not capable of putting ourselves through somebody else's journey. But after all, we're human beings, we have a very similar needs, no matter where we are from. So everything is so interconnected. Now we're in a spiritual community. Once again, we are dividing ourselves. We're blaming each other. We're comparing to the information instead of having awareness about yourself. And you have your intuition, you have your gut feelings, run with it. Dig down the rabbit hole. It's an enormous level of work and time, which is unpaid labor at this point. I think maybe some people get paid with the videos, but I'm not sure how much. But it doesn't matter. These people have gone and dug up this information. They are putting themselves out there. We're not a movie stars or a news anchors or anybody like that. We haven't have these kind of investment in the school and gone through a level of education and all of these things. We're putting ourselves out there and trying to share some information because it is coming from internal dialogue, internal understanding, and hoping that somebody else will catch on and trying to go and heal some of the unhealed trauma bodies that we're carrying through. So in the spiritual community, even the Mr. T have to come and save everybody, but no, this is a great opportunity for us to turn ourselves internal and find our internal dialogue, find our connection to the source, and be reliant on that gut feeling, that intuition. If we have done those works, we're not so quick to be judgmental and bickering at each other because we don't know which spiritual conspiracy theorists out there have the correct information. That tells you that where we stand. This is how we have a sort of understanding and clarity about where we stand. With all the issues that we have gone through in the even the economic system or the inflation, everything, despite everything, we haven't still take that initiative to go internal and have some kind of perspective, understanding, and thinking and thoughts about these things. Instead, we try to blame someone that is already out there, done some work, because it's pretty obvious they are passionate about wakening people up and deliver information. Yet we're bashing them. So it is not serving anybody because it's a personal responsibility after all. If I had this, what the kind of information that I'm delivering right now, when I was seeking, my journey could be a lot faster. I'd be quickly pick onto it and say, oh wow, this is really making sense. I really have to understand about my thinking, how my behaviors, my thinking have effect on my well-being. So this is how the information spiritual warfare happens, but we are equipped because we have a self-awareness. This is how collective consciousness go towards that great awakening, because getting connected to your source, your intuition, your gut feeling is activating your human beings collective consciousness immune system. So it's an important, very vital part of our life. Thinking and thoughts and the dialogue, internal dialogue and the external dialogue. So we can't wait for somebody else to deliver us the absolute truth, the perfect information. It's only showing you the way, and you have to be the one to make that initiative to wake up to what is really happening, instead of waiting for someone else to do all the work and hand you over in a silver platter. Hey, look, this is the perfect information. uh, so keep in mind, uh, when we are disconnected, it doesn't really matter what information come our way. We don't have a capacity for to process information. Just like our internal organs, if they are sickly, if they are uh, not finely tuned, it's not going to help you. It's not able to help you to maintain that vitality. It will give a fight, but this is how the sickness happens. So somehow, every time I want to speak about health and well-being, it's get delayed because some other information comes up. So at this time, it was importance of thinking and thoughts and recognizing the dialogue, internal dialogue and external dialogue. So this is the part that needs to be really proactive and activate within ourselves, so that we can navigate information, we can process information. We are not delusional, waiting for somebody else to hand you all the information you need in a silver platter. Whole system is they are set up there for you to be awakened, you to make the connection, you to start following your intuition and your gut feelings, and be connected to your higher self and the source. This is the purpose. So it's never too late. Somebody can have awareness from few words and quickly get connected, because we are resilient that way. Uh, the human species are very resilient, and we have the ability to make these decisions, but it has to be a conscious decision. Living consciously mean you can be relatable to everyone else. You're not looking for a easy quick fix. You know that somebody else has had to put in all the work, the journey they have gone through. This is what empathic souls are all about, because we have the ability to recognize the challenges, recognize the joy, recognize the wisdom. We're built this way, right? Because we are intelligent species. But if we decide not to be connected to the information outlet that is flowing to you from the source, because somehow you blocked it, somehow you turn the blind eye, somehow you don't want to see it because we like shallow existence. This is not going to work this time, because we are all accountable for our own level of awakening. And hopefully this dialogue, this thinking and thoughts, we can make a connection, because our ability to think. In the future, they are talking about the 50-minute cities, but the external control grid is trying to constantly narrow it down, your freedom, your roaming around, ability to roam around, because we haven't made that connection, because we have freedom once again within us. You can be in a small a couple of bedroom place and your imagination is worldwide. This is how powerful our thinking and our thoughts and our ability to stay present and connected to the source is all about. This is an extremely powerful place to be in, because you can also be in a mansion, living in a mansion with very large properties around, but you can be feeling like you're in jail cell somewhere. You have all the space to roam around, but you're paralyzed by your own existence. This is the difference between thinking and thoughts, and the power of thinking, power of thoughts, versus power of stalemate energies. So it is our, like everything else, personal responsibility to make these connections and explore and expand your thinking, expand your thoughts, expand your awareness and the strength to the connection to your higher source, a higher self. Thank you.